inhabitants in our size.
Yeah.
And they will use these facilities and we pay for them. We need to have a contract, and that has to be done through the RDOS.
RDOS.
Hang it in there.
In other words, you have a group of people living in Cleedon. Cleedon is an area, and it's it's an area D, it's called. So there's Cleedon, there's Okanagan Falls, and there's Heritage Hill. They're all in the same electoral district. So what happens is through the RDOS, you have to get a contract that those people pay for these services. And then it goes on their taxes. And the same thing with West Bench, and the same thing with all these communities that we service.
And it's a fair division of finances.
That's right.
Yes. Are you going to get a chance to talk about that more here?
Probably not, because I can write about it. I have written about it lots in the past.
Okay.
But I think that we need to elect people who understand that it's not up to Penticton people to pay for everything. You know, we have to act like a community. And a community always works well when people work together for common goals. It's not, oh, I'm not paying for it, you pay for it, right?
Do you mind if I get a picture with you? I think this is a great t-shirt.
Yeah, it is recording.
Oh, it's recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so let's talk. Okay, so we're here with Elvena Slump here, and this is a fundraiser to help keep Elvena out of jail. So what's the fundraiser all about here? Like, is things still moving forward with the city?
Well, they haven't notified me otherwise, so I have to assume that the lawyer's letter said what it meant. And that is, I'm in deep trouble because I'm not apologizing. So, I guess this is going to end up in court.
Well, good for you. It's nice to see it. It's a great turnout here, as we can see here. We got burgers on the grill. It's awesome what Barking Parrot has done by putting this together for you. So is it them that put it together and asked you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. David Prystay is really a wonderful person in this community. He does so many different community events that benefit our community, and I think he's one of Penticton's unsung heroes.
Oh, good. That's nice to see. Well, you know what? It's amazing, like all these little...
If you ask him, try to compliment him on anything, he'll just say, you must have credit.
So he's modest.
What does that say about it, right?
Yes. Well, but I mean, there's been so many little things that have happened here where it's evoked something into the people of Penticton here, where all of a sudden a lot of people want to get involved with these elections.
Well, I think people understand that these tax dollars belong to them. They don't belong to the politicians, and they certainly don't belong to the civil servants. They belong to, those tax dollars belong to the people of Penticton, and it's up to the people of Penticton to see that they're spent wisely. And we have an election coming up, and if the people of Penticton aren't happy with how their tax dollars are being spent, they're going to change this council.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I just went to Brown Bag Lunch again there with Gary Leckie today, and I had my issue where I discussed where I wanted to have scrutinizing being done with these electronic voting machines, and somebody else was concerned, and they brought up the fact of, with what's happening with you and the RCMP and food stock. And what was pointed out from Gary Leckie was, that these civil servants that he gets his advice from are getting paid like 6 figures. So he relies on them to give them the right information, and that's not happening, but that's a high salary.
Well, yes, but it's his responsibility. If he's getting the wrong information, he should be doing something about it. We can't. And if he's getting the wrong information, it's up to him to act on the right information. If he feels he's getting the wrong information, then he doesn't have to follow their suggestions. I mean, it's up to him. It's not up to
due diligence. Yes, exactly. Because at the end of the day, the buck falls on him. So it doesn't matter.
Well, he only gets one vote on council.
Yeah.
There's a lot of councilors there. They all have a vote, and he only has one. And in all reality, his vote is the deciding vote in case of a tie.
Yes.
So you can't really say it's all his fault, because it is.
No, oh no, I'm not saying that either. But
Everybody has a vote, and they all must make a final decision on whether these things should happen.
no, but what I was referring to was the information he's being given from, his staff members.
Well,
so-
we don't know what that information is, and I'm of the opinion that these people have a big responsibility in this city. They sit on boards, they sit on committees, and they do all sorts of things. So they should be responsible for the decisions that they make. But we don't know what those decisions are, and that's wrong.
Yes.
In my opinion, that's wrong.
Well, it's funny, through supporting locals here, I've talked to a lot of people, and it's amazing how many people agree with the articles you've written, and it's amazing how many people disagree. But the one thing that we all agree on is the freedom of speech, and that's what you're fighting for. So it's whether you agree with Elvena or not, it's the freedom of speech that you're fighting for here. So
Well, it's one of the issues. I
Yes.
want accountability of tax dollars,
and this is what it means.
and I don't want tax dollars spent frivolously. I want them spent on the real issues that serve the needs of the taxpayers in this town.
Thank you so much, Elvena. I can tell there's many people here to talk to you. Give me one more hug for good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,